Flour, salt, water, yeast will make you a feast. So, add yeast to the water. Let's go. Mix salt in the flour. Make dough. It'll seem so surprising when it starts rising. Just leave it to swell and to grow. Then heat up your oven. Put in the dough that you've placed in a tin. After 45 minutes, your joy is infinite. You're a baker. Let eating begin.
The rhyme you've just heard is all about baking bread. So I'm going to show you here just how easy it is to make bread. I've got here the simple ingredients. All there is flour, sugar, salt, yeast and water, and that's it. It's that simple. I've got the flour in a bowl here. I've sieved that so it's really nice and fine. And then all we need is half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of yeast, and then we're just going to add the water. Pour the water straight into the bowl and then get your hands in. You can use a bread mixer if you want, or a mixing bowl, you know, like an electric mixer, but I want to do it by hand today so you can see just how easy it is. Move these out of the way. Right, get your hand into the bowl, but use like a claw motion with your hand and then just put it straight in and just keep rolling your hand around the outside of the bowl until it absorbs all the water. And eventually the flour will come clean from the bowl and it'll just be left onto your hand. And at that point you know it's had enough water in there. Really get your hands in there and give it a really good mix till it all completely comes clean away from the bowl. You can see that there's a clean bowl there almost. So when you get to that stage you know it's ready. So just rub your hands together and that'll bring all the dough off your hands. And then we're going to wrap that in a piece of cling film. Just pop it around there. And then what we need to do is we need to put it somewhere nice and warm, like an airing cupboard, or if you've got a double oven, turn the bottom oven on and leave the top oven off, and that'll be a really nice warm place for it to go. So we'll pop that in for 2 hours and it'll double in size. If you leave your bread for 2 hours, once that's done it should be looking like this. As you can see, it's got loads of air pockets in there. That means the yeast's done what it's supposed to do. It's produced all that gas and everything. So all you need to do is tear the cling film off, and what you can see is all these air pockets here. It'll make the bread really light and fluffy. And then we need a little bit of flour on your hands, just to make it a little bit easier to work with. Dust a little bit onto your worktop, and then tear the dough out onto the work surface. If your hands get stuck a little bit, just a touch more flour. Make sure you get all that dough out there. And then just put that bowl to one side. Touch more flour just on your hands. And then start kneading the bread. And the way to do this is with the palm of your hand, and just hold the dough with one hand and then push it away and then pull it towards you and fold it over the dough. And just keep doing that, and eventually what it'll do is it'll soak all the flour that's on this worktop, it'll absorb all that, and eventually you'll be left with a really smooth dough. And then just roll it around the work surface until it absorbs all that flour. As you can see, it's absorbed all the flour, so that means you know the bread's ready. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it now. And at this point you can decide if you want to put it in a loaf tin, that's fine, but today I'm going to make a really nice round family loaf. So the best thing, turn your dough over and then just stretch the dough away from you and then bring it into the middle and just keep turning it as you do that. And then just flip it over and then just run your hands round the sides and turn the bread. Keep doing that until you've got a nice round shape, and then just transfer it onto a baking tray. We're going to let this prove for about 45 minutes, and if you put that in the same place you did for the first set of proving, the bread's doubled in size now, so that's ready to go in the oven. It'll take about 45 minutes to cook. We've taken this bread out of the oven now. I just want to show you a little trick just to make sure it's perfectly cooked. Use a tea towel because the bread's going to be really hot, and just turn the bread over and then just tap on the bottom of the bread, and if it sounds hollow, that means it's ready and you've made the perfect loaf of bread.